everybody, it's Sunday night. It's Halloween. I didn't even think to put a costume on. Now I have to find where the live is going. My computer is not wanting to cooperate. Here we go. I don't know what's going on here. Come on. There we go. It's up. And my face is so red. We haven't had any trick-or-treaters tonight. It's kind of disappointing. I'm glad because my parents' dogs, they would be going nuts. So we haven't had to deal with that tonight, but it's kind of sad. No kids in the neighborhood, nobody around at all. It's Halloween. I'm glad I didn't go to the effort of putting on a costume. That would have been even more disappointing. So tonight I'm making something for somebody very special. And I thought I'd go live because I haven't gone live in such a long time. I've been so busy doing other things that I haven't gone live. And so I'm preparing a packet of paste. That's what you're hearing in the background. Because I don't have this color in a container, so I have to use the packet. And so I'm just kneading it a little bit to make sure it's ready. But anyway, I am doing, oh, and I have names for the drawing. I had a game going in my group, in my little Wannabe Crafty Society. I had a game going today. And everybody who participated got their name put in a drawing for a prize for Happy Mail. So I'm excited about doing this. And next month, at the end of the next month, we'll have to stay tuned for the next game. Yeah, I'm getting into this whole giving people stuff. I have to be careful about that, though. Anyway, so tonight, I'm going to decorate these little guys. They're double-sided. So I'm going to do 2 different colors by her request. One is going to be shimmer gold, and one is going to be dune. It's kind of a beigey color. So shimmer gold and dune. And I'm going to use these transfer that's designed for chalking on these. It's entirely possible to use other transfers as well. But these were specifically designed and shaped for these woodcuts. So I'm going to use this. And this is brand new. I haven't used it yet. So I have to open it up. But in case you've never seen my lives and you're new with me, my name is Audra. And I'm here with Wannabe Crafty with Audra. And I have a little group called Wannabe Crafty Society. And we get together every Friday night for about an hour or so. Those of us who don't go out, we sit around together and we chit-chat, and some of us craft, and some of us just hang out, and some of us just sit on the couch and not move because they've been moving all week and they just want to chill. And it's nice. It's a great time to just hang out with friends and go out without going out, right? Whoops. And so that's going on. I'm going to take my trimmer cutters here. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and lower this down to the table so you can see what I got going on down here instead of staring at the top of my head. So if you tend to get dizzy, close your eyes and I'll let you know when we're there, okay? All right, here we go. Okay, I have to wait for the computer to catch up to see. Don't pay attention to the mess behind me, please. My room is atrocious. Okay, let's lower it just a little bit more. Let's try that. Not ready yet. Waiting for the computer to catch up. I think that's a little better. Okay, so here are the transfers. Here are the deer cutouts. Okay. I'm going to get these all ready to go and then ship them out to my to this very special person, my cousin in my family. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting these. These are the cut apart transfers. This is the 12 by 18. So, oops, I cannot cut straight for the life of me, which is one of the reasons why I'm going to be numbering these, because even though these, these are the same size, their backing is not going to be shaped the same because I don't cut straight. I couldn't cut straight if my life counted on it, and that's okay. All right, so I'm going to number these. One, and so this is going to be Deer 1. Okay. 2. So we have Deer 2. Okay. 3. Deer 3. And last but not least, number 4. Deer 4. So yeah, it's about a little bit after 8 o'clock Central Time. And not one knock on the door. Now, I did see somebody pulling kids around earlier on a little, they took a tractor and they built a little train. And they were pulling them around the neighborhood, having a good old time. Kids had their little costumes on. Maybe that was the caravan. Maybe that was it. Maybe they're not trick-or-treating. I don't know. Alright, so this is Shimmer Gold. And this is what I'm going to use for the snowflakes. So I'm going to do the snowflake side first. And then I will do, so that goes there, and this goes here. Okay. Was that too fuzzy? That was just kind of horrible, wasn't it? Let me see. I'm only half paying attention on the computer. I need to pay better attention. So, there we go, Shimmer Gold. That's better. Okay. I do need my fuzzing cloth, since they are brand new. I will need to fuzz, fuzz, fuzz. I actually want to go ahead and wax these first. These are wood surfaces, and so we will have a better transfer of design if I go ahead and wax them. And all my waxing cloths are somewhere. I've been working like crazy on stuff, and I have a bad habit of picking things up and using them and then not putting them back. Leaving them wherever I use them. So I'm going to use a paper towel. And I need to put my eyes on so I can make sure I'm actually waxing this thing. And not just running the paper towel on it. So, let's see, I have done bunny rabbits and Easter eggs and gnomes that are just like, kind of a circle-ish deal, but I've never done a cutout that has such, so much detail. So this is going to be fun. Alright, there's plenty of wax on that one. Whoopsie. Now I need to wax this one. So if you join me, let me know by saying hello, please. That way I know you're here and we can chit-chat. If you have any questions, just let me know. The paper towels are kind of getting torn on the edges of the deer. Alright, now turn them over and do the other side. If you're watching replay, please type in hashtag replay so I can also say hey and feel free to post any questions you may have. Like I mentioned, I have a group. We get together on Fridays. I'm looking at possibly doing that more often. I work full-time, plus trying to keep up with my booths. I have 3 booths going right now, and I stay pretty busy. But I miss my friends when I don't get together with them. So, oh wait, I don't know where I put my fuzzing cloth away. I need that to fuzz my transfer. Alright, so we're going to do the snowflakes first. Snowflake side first. So since this is new, I need to go ahead and fuzz it. Basically all that means is I'm putting fuzz on the sticky side of it so that it's not too sticky when I place it on the surface and then try to peel it off after chalking. So I'm just going to keep fuzzing until it's like really easy to peel it off with a cloth. If you don't have one of these, you can always use a towel. Towels work. You could use your shirt, just like this. That works. Yeah. You can use just about anything, because really all you're trying to do is, I don't know if you can tell, there's fuzz all over this now, and that's what you want. And then you wash it off when you're done. While you're washing off the chalk paste, you can set that aside. And this is for this one. And it goes this way. See that? It lines up with her on this way, in this direction. So now I just need to So I'm lining her up at the belly and at the legs. I was trying to line her up over here and that wasn't working. So I'm lining her up at the belly and at the legs. So I'm just going to start pushing the transfer down this way so that it covers the entire body the way I need it to. See that? I don't know if you can tell. So yeah, there's a little bit of a gap right there, but everything else is lined up just right. So I'm not going to worry about that. And that way, I know that the whole entire thing is going to be covered with the pattern. The whole thing won't be painted or chalk painted. It'll be, the pattern will cover everything it is designed to cover. Does that make sense? So I'm just getting, as you know, I was kneading that earlier, getting it ready. Now I'm going to cut this open because I won't be using this entire thing. So I'm going to cut it open at the bottom. And the reason I'm cutting it open at the bottom is because every time I use it from now on, I will probably cut some more off of it, you know, and just keep cutting it until I get down to the bottom. And if I cut from here, before I know it, the color of the package will be gone and I won't know what color's in there without having to open it and look at it. So I'm going to start down here and work my way up. And I'm going to need a stir stick and probably a few squeegees. I got this one all stained up. That's not even... Let's start with those. All right, here we go. It's my first time using this. So I'm just cutting a little bit off. And see now, we can get in there and we can get what we need. And then when I'm done, I can just clip it shut. I can roll this down and clip it shut. and then use the rest of it on another time. So, see, I don't need that much for this little guy. So I'm just going to put a little bit. Okay. Yeah, I probably could have gotten more out. It's very shimmery. See the head, the ears. And basically all I'm doing is smearing the paste over anything that looks white. Because what we're seeing is the white surface through the screened areas, because it's kind of like a screen print. Some people like to squeeze this paste out onto a tray. And we have these little trays that you can use to do that with. And that works too, but once you're done with your project, and if you don't use up all your paste, you're going to want to find a way to save it for other projects. I highly doubt I'm going to finish this packet tonight, even after doing both deer. This tiny surface, I'm not used to such a tiny surface. Okay. So I've been doing stuff around the house and watching Halloween shows, watching the Halloween movies. I haven't watched Hocus Pocus this year, which is kind of strange. Have you watched Halloween movies today? Okay, I've scraped off the excess and I'm just kind of wiping it off into the packet. Okay. I'm going to take this off. Ooh, yeah. There she is. Look at that. Okay, I'm going to put this on the backing for now until I go clean it. Set that aside. I have to be careful. I have these dishes here that I'm painting. So there she is with her little snowflake design. I'm going to take a blow dryer to her really quick. I didn't do it too long because of the wax. I didn't want to melt the wax. But I'm loving how she looks. And now, let's do the other one. Set that aside. Let's do this guy. I need to turn him this way. Nope. This way because of the way the pattern is. And I'm going to fuzz, fuzz, fuzz again. I'm guessing I probably won't have anybody join me tonight because it is Halloween and it's a Sunday night and I haven't done lives in so long. It's probably not expected, and that's okay. I didn't even tell anybody I was doing it. I hadn't decided. Not because whether I want to or not, but because of my schedule. I hadn't figured out if my schedule would allot for it or not, and it did. So we're doing this. There we go. Fuzz this a little more. All right. Don't know where to put anything because I have so much going on here. Okay. Now do the same thing with this guy. I'm going to align the legs and the belly. Oops. They're not going to stick so much because it's mostly screen. He's going to be pretty gold. It's going to be interesting because there's not a whole lot holding him in place, holding this transfer in place. So I'm going to, here we go. I need to find something. It's too tall. Where's the backing? I'm going to put, there we go. As you can see, I can almost see the entire reindeer through the mesh, which means there's very, very little holding the transfer in place. So this one's going to take a little extra minute as opposed to the way the other one went. So I'm going to get some chalk paste. Okay. I'm going to do this. I'm kind of holding it down a little bit. Holding it in place while I do the legs. There we go. And all I'm doing again is spreading it around and covering all the white. Gonna need more. Okay. So I'm just trying to make sure I cover every bit of the screen. This guy is going to be in full color. And he's going to be shimmery. Now I'm at the tricky part for me. I'm going to get some of the excess down here, bring it up here. There we go. All right. Now, can I put it back? I don't know. We'll see. Okay, I want to open this. Oops. So I'm going to scrape it. I want a nice even pattern on here when it's all said and done. So I'm scraping off all the excess. Putting it back in the container as much as I can. I'll deal with that in just a minute. I really want to take this off of here. Oh, wow. Wowie, wow. Look at that. Oh, okay. Let me set this down. Wow, look at him. I love it. I'm gonna blow dry this just a little bit. Wow, I need to make sure he is good and dry before I try to do the other side. Look at him. Oh, I love it. All right, so I am done with this paste for tonight. So what I'm going to try to do is get this package open. I had some, sorry, I was off camera. And I'm going to put all, oops, put us all back in there. But first, before I do this with that, see if I can put this back in there. It's not working out as well as I thought. Like I said, I've never done this. Some people do it this way. I don't know if they try to put it back as much as I'm trying to. But if I'm able to figure it out and make easier tips for everybody who's in my group who's trying to do this, or on my club membership or whatever. The club membership, this is what you get. You get these little packets. So I really do need to know the best way to do this so I can help them. So open that back up. Keeps wanting to close. All right. I'm definitely gonna have to wash my hands after this. Stop it. Get in there. It's not getting in there. Okay, I give up. Come on. There we go. There. Big old glob of it just came off of my finger. There we go. I envisioned it going a lot better, but that's okay. So now I cannot touch these until I clean my hands. I'm gonna go wash my hands. That'll be the fastest way to take care of this issue, and that can dry. I'm going to, nope, I'm not going to touch him. Okay, I can touch it now. Alright, so I'm looking at it. There's a lot more paste on this one than there is on this one. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Now I'm going to work on drying this a little bit more. I'm doing it on low. I've tried to bring this up a couple times and I get sidetracked. We put wax on this before we did anything, and so you don't want to heat it up too much, because you'll just melt the wax, and the wax will bubble up, and the chalk paste, so it'll ruin the design. So right now I'm just blow drying it on low, not too close. I want to make sure this side is good and dry before I turn it over to do the other side. Oh gosh, this is awesome. Dare I touch it? Dare I touch it? No tackiness. All right. Now, I will not turn this over and lay it directly on the table because I don't want it to be moved around and to scratch the design. So I'm going to put a towel under it, which of course I don't have one in here. I have everything else in here. Everything else but my bathroom sink. All right. I really should put something under these before I start crafting. I'm trying to keep this table as nice as possible, as long as possible. All right, so let's put the deer on here. Okay, there we go. Now I can turn them over without worrying about what's going to happen to that design. One more check. Okay. All right. Now it's time for this side. And these basically say Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen. It's just got the names of the reindeer. So this is going to go here, and this is going to go here. And that we are doing in Dune. So, and this is going to be a lot easier because I'm using it out of a container instead of the little packet. Now I can feel the pain of using the packet. It's not too bad, honestly. Maybe if you were to just cut a hole in the corner, which I'll try the next time. Cut a hole in the corner and squirt a little bit onto your transfer, a little bit at a time as you need it. That might be the idea. All right, it's good and ready. This is definitely the Creamy Dreamy formula. See how smooth it is? It's awesome. So now I need to fuzz. I need to put this in the washing machine. I'm going to do him first. Since he's got so much detail, so much paste that's going to go on him, I'm going to do him first and let him air dry while I work on her. So again, I'm just fuzzing. This is our fuzzing towel, fuzzing cloth that can be used for fuzzing as well as for drying. This microfiber side is awesome for drying your transfer. If you were to use this and then you wanted to use it again, the same, within the same crafting session, you could take it. I mean, you could probably do 2 or 3. As long as you're doing the same color, you could probably do two or three surfaces in a row before you wash it. But if you were doing different colors, you could use it and then wash it. And then this side here you can use to dry it. You need it nice and dry all the way, completely thoroughly dry before you use it again. Because the water, if there's water on your transfer and then you put your chalk paste on it, it's just going to cause it to run, thin it out and cause it to run. Okay, this is him. So I'm double checking my stuff here. I don't want anything to happen to them. All right. So I'm going to do this again. I'm going to take, that's a little higher. And it's got paste all over it. This was it. So I'm going to line up the legs and the belly. And then the head. The antlers are a little off. There's not a whole lot again holding it down. Anything you see that's teal is where it's sticky. And the white is not. All it is screen mesh. There we go. Okay. I think I want to use this little tip right here for the legs. So I'm going to carefully just squeegee the paste onto all the white areas. Just like that. This squeegee is fantastic for small, tight spaces. It's not as flexible as these are. And I do tend to prefer the flexibility of those over the stiffness of this. But again, it's the perfect size to get small areas. All right. Now this guy, this leg, his little knee there. Okay, I can catch the rest of it when I do the body. Or I can do it now, either way. Either way. Let's see. There. Okay. Now I'm going to do the same thing up here and do the antlers with a small squeegee. There's a lot on here, but I can just scrape it off, put it back in the container when I'm done. My number one goal right now is to make sure I just cover all the white areas. Okay? And now, do the rest of it. These, since they're double-sided, they're going to be perfect for like a coffee table or part of a centerpiece on the dining room table, anywhere that you're in a window, because then one side will be showing outside the window and one side will be showing inside the window. Anywhere that you'll be seeing both sides of the deer. And of course, you could always just put it on your fireplace mantle and switch it out as your mood, you know, sees fit to do so. So there's that option as well. All right. Oh yes, I love this dune on the white. That is so pretty. All right, let me get this out of the way. Put this down here. I'll hold him up closer so you can see. See that? Isn't that beautiful? I don't know if I got it at the right angle. I have to wait for the computer to catch up. Computer's a little slow. There we go. Oh, yeah, see? I don't know. He's kind of hard to see in the camera, but I promise you, in life, it's just beautiful. It's gorgeous. She does gold and beige for Christmas. So that is why we chose these colors. So I'm going to let that air dry for a little while, right here on the corner. And now I'm going to do her. So, oopsie. Come on. I need to fuzz. If you're just joining me, I am now fuzzing the cloth. I'm not fuzzing the cloth. The cloth is already fuzzy, right? I'm fuzzing the transfer so that it doesn't stick too much to the. And quite honestly, with the way the surface was with the male reindeer, fuzzing really wasn't that necessary. Now that I'm thinking about it, because most of the part that went on the surface was the screen area, but she is mostly sticky stuff for her, so we definitely needed to fuzz it. The surfaces have been waxed on both sides already. I am lining her up on her belly and her feet first, and then working my way up. There we go. So I lined up the legs and the belly first, and then just pushed it, working out the air bubbles. Okay. I believe I'm going to do the same thing with the legs here. Just making sure I cover all the whiteness coming through. I unnecessarily smeared it all on the on the teal area. That's okay. All right. And then I'm going to use the squeegee to finish her off. I got way too much. Here we go. And I'm going upward because there's a little gap, and I didn't want to go this way and force a bunch of chalk paste over to the side of the, on the side of the surface. I've done that before. Here we go. I still see a little white right there. I still do. What's the deal here? Okay. Scrape off the excess and put it back in the jar. Okay. Peel to reveal. Oh my. So pretty. So, so pretty. Okay, I need to wash my hands before I touch it. If you weren't wearing it, it wasn't fun. This is easier to wash off than the shimmer paste because the shimmer paste has got all that glitter in it. Plus I had so much of it all over me. I had to leave the room. All right. And so here she is. So here we have the dune side or the beige side, and I'm going to wait a second to see if you can see them decently. So she's kind of hard to see, isn't she? Let me see if I get a little closer. Can you see the words on her? Sort of. I promise you in person, it's just, there you go. Now, yeah, you can see it. See that? And then we have this side, but I need to dry this side before I put those down. So low heat again. This is the hard part about what I do here. I'm looking at these deer, and I'm making them for somebody who wanted them. And I'm loving how they turned out, and I'm sad to see them go. I am so excited for her, though, that she will love them, I'm sure. She will enjoy having them as a part of her Christmas decorations. That's the best part. The hard part is not getting too attached to these things. Not liking them so much that you just don't want to let them go. Okay, let me make sure. Dry, dry. So there she is there. And there it is there. And that's it, all done for tonight. So yeah, if you have any questions, just pop them in the comments. And if you're interested in the Wannabe Crafty Society, send me a message. Just type society in the comments or send me a message, and I will get back to you as soon as I see it. And if you're interested in making your own deer, just type deer in the comments and I'll send you the info on how to do that as well, and what you can do, you know, how to get a hold of these items so you can do that. All right, that's it for tonight, everybody. Happy Halloween, and I hope you had a good time this year for Halloween, if you do Halloween, and if not, that's cool too. And I will see you again soon. All right, bye everybody. I almost forgot I have to get up and go around. Good night.